As we can see, the proof is in the pudding. I know that I've grown up in between these two pictures, I've gone through puberty and whatnot, but honestly, guys, look, I know what I'm talking about. I've made significant arm gains. My arms are relatively, big, they look good. So in this video, let me share with you how I grew my arms, okay? Let's begin. How I grew my arms. How did I grow my arms? I switched my training philosophy from strength to hypertrophy. Now, instantly you're thinking, what the actual fuck? I know you guys just expected me to give you rep ranges and sets and exercises. We will get onto that. This actually leads us to our video content. So cool, guys. In this video, we're gonna cover the training philosophy. This is what I mean when I say I switched from strength to hypertrophy. Secondly, we're gonna go through the protocol. So this is the nitty-gritty of more or less what you guys expected me to say from the start. This is the sets, the reps, the exercises. Then we're gonna talk how we can progress. To begin, so my video promises, as always with every single one of my videos, number one is gonna be retard proof, okay? I'm gonna keep it super simple. There's gonna be no technical jargon. Instead, we're gonna speak in bro language. I wanna make sure that every single person watching this video understands what I mean. Let's begin. So chapter one, my training philosophy. What do I mean when I say I switched from strength to hypertrophy? Essentially, I stopped chasing strength. I used to be obsessed with strength. I used to always think like, damn bro, let me fucking bicep curl 100 kilos. Like I used to just want more weight on the bar. And a part of it was ego. I'm not gonna lie, it was fucking ego. But when I ditched that and I realized, bro, fuck chasing strength, I'm gonna switch to a more hypertrophy / bodybuilder style of training, I realized, damn, the gains are coming quick, right? Reason so is because bodybuilders don't give a damn how strong they are. All they care about is how big their muscles look, how big they are to physically touch. This means that bodybuilders train very close to failure, okay? They damage the fibers, they recruit a great amount of tension, and they recruit larger motor neurons. Now, I know I said there's gonna be no technical language. You don't particularly need to know what that is. Essentially, they all train close to failure. They love the burn, they love the pump, right? Training like a bodybuilder also means I started utilizing RIR, reps in reserve. We're gonna talk about that more later. I then started maximizing machines. I started squeezing out the juice and get the most bang for my buck by using great machines. I used to be a machine hater. I used to shit on machines and think, bro, what the fuck's the point of a machine? Like, let me just do free weights, let me get the stability involved, let me like work, multiple muscles in once and all these little in-between muscles for stability and all that bullshit. But when I hopped on machines, good machines, okay? Good fucking machines, I made amazing gains. And good machines exist. The machines in pure gym ain't good. The machines in a private gym, such as hammer strength machines, Nautilus, Cybex, all these good high machine brands, they are fucking good. And lastly, I started caring about my reps, okay? When I was on the strength, when I was ego infused, I didn't give a damn about rep quality. I just thought, let me move the weight from point A to point B. Let me just move my arm from point A to point B. Oh, there we go, that's a bicep curl. Not anymore. Now I care about my reps. Now I want to get as much as I can from every single rep. I want to squeeze and milk that rep for as much gains as I can fucking get. Alright man, chapter 2, the protocol. So let's talk about the reps first. The most important thing was clean reps. I started training with intent, not ego lifting, and I lowered the weight if I need to. This goes back to what I said previously about I started caring about my reps. I started milking the reps for as much gains as I can with every single contraction. Secondly, you have to standardize the reps, right? There needs to be a way of measuring each rep. You need to know, like if you're doing bicycles, you need to know when you're gonna stop. You're gonna stop when you come up to here or when you come up all the way to here. Similarly, when you go down, are you gonna stop here or you're gonna stop all the way there? There needs to be a measure so that you know that each rep is identical and you know that when you do increase weight or reps, you're not doing that at the sacrifice of form. Of course, we need to control the eccentric and pause at the amortization phase. So that is just the halfway point between the concentric and eccentric. So for a squat, that would be right at the bottom. For a bench press, that would be right in the chest. For a bicep curl, that would be right at the top when you're squeezing and curling. And don't just go through the movement. This goes back to what I said about don't just go from point A to point B. Actually care about the reps. Let's now move on to the sets. So cool, there's a very important point that's gonna come up very soon, but first we need to realize that 3 to 6 sets per training day is fine. And I gave an example here, and this is exactly what I was doing, right? I would do 3 sets of cable curls and then 1 set of hammer curls for my biceps, and that would be it for that training day. That's only 4 sets, but that's 4 tough sets. That's 4 sets to either failure or 1 or 2 reps shy of failure. That is more than enough, okay? Similarly, when it comes to the sets, you don't need to follow the classic 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 12, these fucking to-do lists. That's what they are. They're a fucking to-do list. When you see a program and it says 8 sets or 4 sets of 8 to 12, bro, get fucked, man. They don't give you they're not giving you the information that you need to know that this video is gonna give you. Frequency is very simple, just 2 to 3 times a week, okay? But this is the most important point, and oh my God, as you guys can see in the PowerPoint, I've literally said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is the most important point, right? You need to avoid junk volume. I'm gonna quickly explain what junk volume is. Junk volume is that gym bro that goes in and does 5 sets of 10, so 50 total reps for 5 different exercises and ends up doing about 250 reps of bicep and 250 reps of tricep. Junk volume is doing one big arm session all on one day and thinking that's gonna give you the maximum amount of growth. No, 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 no. Do not do all your arm work on one day, okay? A definition from Mike Israel from Renaissance Periodization. I absolutely love this guy, right? He says junk volume is training volume that adds fatigue but does not contribute to muscle growth, okay? Why the hell would you want to add fatigue to your arms but not contribute to muscle growth? What a waste of time. Do not do just one big arm session. Instead, do 2 bicep exercises Monday, 2 bicep exercises Wednesday, 2 bicep exercises Friday, okay? Same with tricep, of course, but don't fucking all do it in one big session. You're gonna creep into junk volume. You're gonna tire out your arms without growing your arms. What an L. Do you want to tire out your arms but not grow your arms? Of course not. So don't fuck up. Exercises, I just realized I spelled that totally wrong. We need to lengthen, not lengthen, we need to bias the lengthened and the shortened position. So the lengthened position is when the exercise is the hardest while the muscle is stretched. The shortened position is where the exercise is the hardest while the muscle is the most shortened. I know it sounds simple, but for the bicep, that is, right? Lengthened exercises are exercises in which your arm is behind your body, so incline dumbbell curls. For the bicep, the shortened exercises is when your arms are in front of your body, aka preacher curls. Similarly, we need to follow a similar concept for tricep and work it in its different heads and different angles. So for tricep work, all you really need is some sort of overhead work, something, well, like I just said, overhead, and some sort of push down in front of your body, so either rope or cable. We'll get more into the details in the next slide. Here we are, chapter 2.1, protocol again. This time we're actually going to talk about the exercises and the nitty gritty. So really, these are the only exercises that I followed. I kept it simple. Bicep was done dumbbell incline curls. This is for the lengthened position. Standing hammer curls for the brachialis. In other words, that big muscle sort of right underneath, all in between here, that gives your arm that pop. Preacher curls for the shortened position. And I always loved standing easy bar curls and supinated cable curls. Just very simple, man. This video is not going to be the best arm exercises. Use the rest of YouTube for it. Instead, this video is going to be, well, you guys are here, so you guys know what this video is going to be, right? Cool. In terms of tricep, literally all I would do is overhead extensions with the easy bar. I've been doing these for fucking years. I do these lying down. I absolutely love them lying down. And then just some sort of simple cable push down. I've been loving cuffs recently for my cable push downs. Like I said, this video isn't about the best exercises. You choose the ones that are appropriate for you and the ones that don't cause you pain. However, all of these exercises are isolations. Now, I've been doing isolations in addition to compounds. The compounds undoubtedly contributed towards my arm growth, okay? I've been benching since day one in the gym. I've been doing some sort of row or back work or some sort of pull-ups since day one in the gym. So do these in addition to compounds. I can't say I got my arm results just from isolations. It definitely is a combination of both, but for optimal arm results, I focused more on isolations. In terms of the sets and rep ranges, I kept it super fucking simple. I never do more than 4 sets. I rarely do that. I either do 2 or sometimes 3. If I'm doing 2 sets, the first set will be in the 6 to 12 rep range. The second set will be in the 12 to 17. Similarly, I've experimented with 5 to 10 and 11 to 15 before. I like that as well. Or if I was to do three sets, I would do 2 sets of 6 to 12 and 1 set of 12 to 17. Now, let's talk about how to progressive overload. How the hell are we going to progress these motherfucking isolations? Cool, so I'm going to follow what I call dynamic double progression. Now, I'm just going to scratch the surface of this concept of progression. However, there is a beautiful video by Sean. I'm not going to say his surname because I don't know how to pronounce it. That I'm going to link down below. It's an absolutely amazing video that explains it. But essentially, dynamic double progression allows you to master the weight you're using before you move up in weight. It stops ego lifting and it tells you exactly when to increase weight or when to increase reps, okay? The problem of thinking, should I go up in weight this week? Or should I add an extra 2 reps? Is gone, eradicated, eliminated. It doesn't exist with the dynamic double progression method. I'll give you a quick rundown of how it works. So let's say we've got the 2 sets, right? I'm doing 2 sets. First one in the 6 to 12 rep range, second one in the 12 to 17 rep range. What I'm going to do on my first set is choose a weight that puts me in that 6 to 12 rep range. So let's say I just choose 30 kilos and I manage to get it for 8 reps. I'm gonna stick with that 30 kilos until I'm able to turn my 8 reps to 12 reps, right? Are you seeing how this is working? Once I've hit, I'm gonna stay with the same weight till I hit the top of the rep range. Once I've hit 12 reps with 30 kilos, then I'm gonna add weight. The amount of weight I'm gonna add will be enough weight to bump me back down to the bottom of that rep range, aka 6. Now, of course, some nuances will happen, and sometimes you add a bit, or sometimes you'll add not enough weight and you get bumped down to like maybe 8 reps. That's fine. Just repeat the process again. Work up to the top of the rep range. Once you've hit that top number, then add weight so it takes you back down to the bottom. Of course, you're going to do the same with the back-off set. You're going to choose a weight that puts you in between 12 to 17. If you choose perfectly and you get it down right, the weight will only allow you to get 12 reps. Then you just work on week after week, work on converting that 12 reps to 17 reps. Once you hit 17, add weight. Is going to take you down to the bottom, back to 12, and you repeat the process. That is how I'm growing my arms, and that's how I've been growing my arms. Similarly, you can use Steve Shaw's rep goal system. Now, I'm going to link below his video. I'm still learning the ins and outs of it. I can't say I know it perfectly or well enough to explain, but I'm going to link that down below if you don't like the idea of dynamic double progression. With that being said, if I'm on your screen right now, then I've kept your interest somehow. Leave me some feedback down below. Like this video, let me know what you thought, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.